I have got to say, a lot of Quicksilver stuff has been going around in this channel lately. And it ain't over yet. So originally, I was going to make this video because I loved the Sky Fibre commercial, but then I scrapped the idea because I thought everything showed in it was just exaggerated and is not considered canon. But shortly after, people actually showed interest in the concept by requesting that I analyze the short clip. So hell yeah, let's do it. Many have already been speculating how fast Quicksilver was in this commercial, with 99% of the discussions claiming that he is faster than the speed of light because he is shown easily outrunning Cyclops' laser beam. That statement is true, but only half true. You see, Cyclops doesn't shoot laser beams. In fact, beams aren't formed from his eyes. They travel through them. According to Marvel themselves, Cyclops' eyes are interdimensional apertures that transport energy from one dimension to our world. Though the composition of it is unknown, it is defined as a heatless beam of concussive force. Concussive, or concussion, is a violent shock as from a heavy blow. Not like an electrical kind of shock, but a heavy blow kind of a shock. Think of it as a heavy punch. Its kinetic energy is what hurts Cyclops' adversaries, not the commonly believed electromagnetic radiation, or laser. Also, the correct term for Cyclops' power is optic blast. Most people just assume it is a laser because it looks red or it looks identical to Superman's heat vision. Even the guy who played Scott Summers himself.
I play Scott Summers or Cyclops and I shoot laser blasts out of my eyes.
Not really his fault, as there are hundreds, hell maybe even thousands of inconsistencies found in comic books. Not as much as the movies though.
Shut up, Gubz. You don't know what you're talking about. You coupon?
You may be asking, if there isn't any heat, then why does he leave trails of fire? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is a byproduct of some serious friction. The beams may not be hot themselves, but the amount of pressure being exerted could cause friction. If the beam spends just enough time rubbing off on an object, say the top of a candle wick, then the friction will cause heat, thus creating a burning sensation. Moving away from this commercial just real quick, as I'm pretty sure it's not canon with the movies, let's use that scene from Apocalypse where Cyclops blasts a tree and it is set on fire. If the blast cuts through the tree, guess what keeps going in the same direction? Yep, the unknown particles within are literally scratching the surface of the wood. It's like what you learned in elementary. Rub your hands together really fast and your palms start warming up. Then picking up the speed makes it even hotter. So in the case of the optic blast, even though the beam doesn't travel at light speed, that doesn't particularly mean it's slow. It looks like it still travels through the air relatively fast. Let's not forget the fact that it's a constant flow of energy. Unlike a bullet, the beam is, well, a beam. It's not a small roundish or ovalish ball. It always has a tail behind it, meaning from the time the beam first enters the tree to when the tail exits, there are enough particles inside that scratch against the tree, and thus, flames are created. Still not convinced? Well, one of the clips from the movie that is available online is the scene when Cyclops first discovers his abilities. Notice how his beams don't melt through the bathroom door like something hot or a laser should. Instead, it breaks the door off its hinges. Also, there must be huge amounts of friction coming from the beams as shown here. Smoke is coming from the ceiling, and in other movies, the friction could cause metal to heat up. Either that or the writers of the film simply gave the beam heat because it looks red. So if Cyclops' optic blast isn't a laser, then how do we know that Quicksilver is faster than light here? Well, I'll show you a small clip from the Sky Fibre commercial again and see if you can spot it.
What we need is a little speed.
Notice anything else here? Anything at all? Yes, the TV. We see it turning off, but what's really happening is light inside the TV going through many systems of liquid crystals and polarizing filters. And of course, light travels at light speed. Now let's assume that the TV here is an LCD just for a moment. In observing the TV, the time it took from Quicksilver pressing the turn off button to the TV fully off was a full second. I was looking up how fast it normally takes for an average TV to turn off, but all I got was a bunch of results of people asking others online why their TV was turning off by themselves or if their TV was broken. You know it's bad when even Google can't help you. Anyways, I recorded several TVs turning off at 240 frames per second for slow motion playback. In viewing them, they all shut off at around 0.2 seconds. Because the slow motion option I used makes everything 1/4 the speed of real time, we just divide 0.2 seconds by 4 to get the TV turned off in real time, which is 0.05 seconds. If a TV takes a full second to turn off in Quicksilver's perception of time and it is traveling at light speed, then Quicksilver saw everything 20 times faster than light speed. And we know he can not only just process things at this speed, but move at this speed as well. As you can clearly see, he had time to make a 180-degree turn and run a Cyclops before the screen went completely black. But just like last time, he was able to use super speed while in super speed, giving him another ×2 multiplier. Quicksilver had to be moving at least 26,824,665,175 miles per hour. That's 40 times the speed of light. Just a reminder, this is most likely not canon, meaning his speed here may not be his speed in the movies. Also, this breaks everything physics is built upon, since spinning Cyclops at this speed in a chair should have given him brain hemorrhage, and moving Beast back like this and then suddenly stopping him should have broken his neck. But hey, if Sky Fibre is faster than 40 times the speed of light, then who who wouldn't want to get this broadband?
It's even faster than you.
Now this was only assuming that the TV was an LCD one, not plasma. If it were a plasma screen, then Quicksilver would have to have been moving even much faster. The cells that make up the pixels in plasma screens can switch on and off thousands of times faster. If it's a plasma screen, just know that he's thousands of times faster than 40 times the speed of light. This brings him to levels up to the Flash.
Actually, Gubz, Flash is many quadrillion quintillion times faster than light, so Quicksilver's nothing. Do your research, you ignorant fuck.
Oh my god, calm down, it's just an expression. I can't really seem to stress this enough, but Quicksilver probably doesn't move this fast in the X-Men movies. But the Cyclops thing I said, where it's not a laser but a concussive force, I'm positive that is true in the movies and the commercial. Anyways guys, I hope you really liked this video, and if you do, hit that subscribe button. And if you really enjoyed this video, then be sure to check out my other content ranging from a versus series to movie reviews to trailer analyses.